Welcome back to Cheddar, everyone. A new addition to the New York Stock Exchange, customer experience software company Sprinklr, officially making its trading debut. And let's take a look at Sprinklr shares on their IPO day. We do see they're currently sitting around $17 a piece, up double digits from where they priced last night. The company opened at $14.60. That was below its IPO range of $18 to $20, and the open valuing this company at $4 billion. Well, earlier, the founder and CEO of Sprinklr, Ragy Thomas, joined us to discuss how the space is evolving in a pandemic world and why now was the right time to go public.
Primary reason we wanted to take the company public was to have a platform to be able to tell our story and our customers' stories. We have over 1,000 of the world's biggest and best brands globally on the platform, and they are increasing their revenue, reducing the costs, and managing risk and innovating faster using this unified customer experience management platform. And there's about 100,000 more companies who need to know this story and take advantage of this digital transformation platform.
And so how have you seen over the past 12 months business accelerate as there has been more of a focus on these real-time relevant digital experiences for companies to know about their customers?
COVID is forever transformed how life and work and spending and experiences are going to be. Post-COVID, there's a new normal, and there are two types of industries and companies. One that benefits from the digital transformation acceleration, and others that are not going to. We're fortunate in that Sprinklr is powering the digital transformation for customer-facing functions, and we're benefiting from the tailwind that this very unfortunate pandemic has brought on.
Certainly, and you serve big names like Microsoft, Samsung, and of course, where you see the opportunities for expansion right now, if you were to pinpoint one thing in terms of this transformation and what that next leg of the transformation even looks like, what would that be?
So we work with 9 of the top 10 world's most valuable brands. We work with 9 of the top 10 banks and 9 of the top 10 technology companies. Wow. And we're only scratching the surface with them. Only 10% of our clients use all 4 product suites that we offer. We have only been targeting 6,000 companies so far in our 12 years, and wow, we got 1,000 of them. And we believe that there's 100,000 more companies that can use this unified platform to do everything from customer care to marketing across 36 channels. And that's a very powerful idea that we think the world deserves. Every 30 years, technology and the world changes, and we're building our platform for the next 30. The current stack was architected 20, 25 years ago, and we are a modern way to do these on a unified platform.
Certainly, and so with that in mind, you've seen these innovations and these technological transformations a few times over, including corporate collaboration, including omni-channel retail. And so with all of that in mind, what is the next big technological advancement that you're most optimistic about that Sprinklr can capitalize on as well and weave in to the existing infrastructure?
Right, in 10 years, we're not going to have marketing companies. We're not going to have customer care companies. They don't deserve to exist in isolation. Our prediction is that the market's moving to 2 camps. You're going to have the traditional CRM capabilities and the traditional care and marketing and sales and research on one platform, and you're going to have another platform category that we call unified CXM to do digital care and to digital marketing and digital selling. And we think companies of the future will just buy a CRM platform for transactional data, and they'll buy a unified CXM platform for experience data, and that's the opportunity we see and the way we see the market play out. So we're excited about creating this category and leading it for the next 10 to 30 years.
Certainly. With regard to the customer, if we think about the mindset of the customer right now and how customers know that with all of the digital interactions that they either facilitate or engage with, that there is more of this trust currency that still needs to be in place for those engagements to take place. And so with that in mind, it comes at a time where customers know that the data is out there. They know that companies are leveraging that data to either sell to them or create real-time or relevant experiences. And so how can companies still prioritize that trust currency at the end of the day with customers?
You think about your own experience, right? If you have a bad flight, you're not calling 1-800 United when you get out. You're tweeting, I had a terrible flight.
Yeah.
Right? You have a bad night at a hotel, you are just leaving a 1-star review. And it's now on these brands to come find out that you're upset and then do digitally work with you to make that problem go away and make amends for that mistake they made and then convert you back into a loyal customer. How can you do that on platforms that are siloed from each other? So consumers are seeing a brand and expecting that brand to be connected across care and marketing. They're expecting that brand to be connected across Europe and US. They're expecting that brand to be connected across business units because they see Nike, they see Microsoft,
right.
But the brands themselves are siloed by countries, by business units, by customer-facing teams, and by channels. Hey, I got a tool for email marketing and a different one for care, a different one in China and a different one in the US. How can you put this together and earn the trust of the customer?
Certainly. Just lastly, while we do have you, we've seen in this broader landscape for ERP specifically, this acquire to grow mentality. And we've seen companies like yours that are freshly public. Think about Slack, and they had only been public for 1 year before they got acquired by Salesforce. If a company came knocking on the door of Sprinklr today, tomorrow, and said, you know what, we know you just went public, but we think there could be some massive integration and kind of streamlined operations if we were to consolidate. How do you even think about what that entire environment entails with regard to consolidation in the industry?
Digital transformation in the front office or customer-facing functions, it's very early in its infancy. The rise of unified customer experience management is inevitable. We have to create that category. We have to lead that category. The category deserves an independent company that's obsessing about making customers successful. So our vision is to create the world's most loved enterprise software company, not just create a better mousetrap or a better technology platform for point solutions.
A big thanks there to Ragy Thomas, the founder and CEO of Sprinklr, and of course, he was joined by Brad Smith here at Cheddar earlier today.